Where's that thing at? Okay, Bismillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa bihi nasta'eenu ala umuri dunya wa din. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammadin khatam al-Nabiyyin. Wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-Ali al-Azim. Welcome. Huh? No, we're not on that one, but I have to make a correction to this one. Okay? There was a mistake in the when I what's this thing called? Transcribing the poem. So there was no text of this poem until we did it. Right? The only way we found it was a video. So it was a mistake that we made in transcribing it. So in the transcribing before we had walam yahut wahum bihi. So this was a mistake. It should actually be walam yuhit wahmun bihi wala fikr. So change this on your papers. And we're finishing we're editing the new one now, so soon you'll have it, inshallah. So it should be وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. That make sense? What does it mean, right? Alright, sorry. وَلَمْ يُحِطْ, it means that يُحِطْ وَلَا يُحِطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ بِعِلْمِهِ شَيْءٍ, right? وَلَمْ يُحِطْ means that nothing can grasp or understand, right? But here, وَهْمٌ بِهِ. No wahm, no imagination. Wahm is thought or imagination, like what you're imagining. What are you, trying to figure out? Wahm. That you're deluded, like you're struggling to figure it out. You don't really have it, so it's wahm. It's not a clear understanding, so it's wahm. So walam yuhit wahmun bihi. So no imagination can even grasp Allah. Wala fikr, and no thought. Your thoughts won't be able to encompass him or grasp him or surround him or to understand him, to comprehend him. وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ. No type of imagination or anything can comprehend Allah. You understand that? وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. We clear? So write that. If you don't have it, change it, rememorize it. Right? Make sense? You got it? MashaAllah, some of you guys are like Bukhari. You don't even need a pen. Just fix it in your mind. Read it to me. وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. Say it. وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. And again, it means that no wahmun means imagination. No imagination nor thought can comprehend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is uncomprehendable. So whatever you imagine about him is not correct. As somebody said, whatever you imagine about Allah, he's not that even. If you imagine it, he's not even that. Why is that? Why is it? Tell me one of the biggest reasons. What is a rule that we have that what makes you understand that? Someone tell me a rule. A rule about why we say that nothing can comprehend Allah. Huh?
Ahad.
A what?
Ahad.
Al-Hadi?
Ahad. Kuhu Allah ahad.
Oh, Ahad. No, but there's a rule that we learn. What are those things that we should always remember that when we talk about Allah?
Never ask how. Don't compare it with anything.
We don't ask how. We don't make tashbih. We can't compare. So you can't compare him to anything. Right? So what do you, in your mind, you know what imagination is normally? It's something that you have that you even thought of that you could compare it to and say, oh, it's like this. With Allah, it's not even like that. Whatever you can imagine and compare it to in your mind and say, oh, Allah is bigger or better than, no. It's not even like that.
He didn't give our mind enough capacity to
doesn't have the capacity to understand.
How far to understand him.
We don't have the capacity to understand Allah. It's too far above our pay grade. Right? So, وَلَمْ يُحِطْ وَهْمٌ بِهِ وَلَا فِكْرٌ. What's wahmun? Imagination, right?
I was laying down in the bed literally thinking about this.
About Allah?
Yes. Right, what you're talking about, Hakeem. You can't really even, like Musa, like Salam didn't even see, you know? He's one of Allah's greatest prophets. He's still sick.
So are we good on that part? So make sure again that you write it down and you make that correction, and you tell anyone else who also about that correction, inshallah. The line we're on today is what, Hamdi? What line are we on today, Hamdi? So what line are we on today? Huh? وآخر لا شيء قبل بعده قبل what? No, we did الآخر. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. What line are we on? هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. طيب? Let's write it out. Is that the line we're on? You sure? You guys don't sound too positive. You see what happens when you take a week off of class? Everyone gets real like, yeah, I think so. What are we doing? Tired, right? So you got to just keep going. You can't take no time. You can't take no breaks. What is it? You didn't want to take a break? هو العزيز هو العزيز هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه. Okay. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه. So first we're dealing with this name Al-Aziz. What does the name Al-Aziz mean? Al-Aziz has three meanings. Al-Aziz has three meanings. How many meanings? Three meanings. طيب. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. طيب. What does huwa mean? Does anybody remember? He. Huwa al-Aziz. Al-Aziz, the name Al-Aziz, it means basically the mighty one, right? He is Aziz, he is the what? Mighty one. But this Aziz for Allah has more than one meaning. It doesn't just mean Al-Aziz, the mighty one. He's the one who has all might and power and respect. Izzah, right? Huwa al-Aziz la yuramu janibu. So what does this mean? Al-Aziz, again, I said, has three meanings. Well, let's get this first part, and then I'll go and I'm going to erase the board and give you the meanings. How about that, right? So, huwa al-Aziz, la yuramu janibu. La yuramu janibu, it means that no one has the ability to come and do anything to Allah. They can't reach Allah. I need a good marker. La yuramu janibu. No one has the ability to harm Allah, reach Allah, take from Allah, make Allah become imperfect, make Allah. All this is sort of included in this la yuramu janibu. Can't do nothing to Allah. You can't do anything to Allah. So Allah is Al-Aziz, la yuramu janibu. Can't harm Allah, can't reach Allah, can't take anything from Allah, can't even benefit Allah. It comes in the hadith of the Prophet in the hadith Qudsi, where Allah says what? Ya ibadi, innakum lan tablughu durri fatadurruni wa lan tablughu naf'i, not nafsi, naf'i, fatanfa'uni. Naf'i and nafsi is different. Naf'i means what? What is naf'i? You said it. Who said it? You? Who said it? You? You? What does it mean? What is naf'i? Come on, don't be shy. This is class. We don't be shy in class. If you know or you don't know, we're going to correct it and we keep moving forward. You're never wrong.
Yourself?
No, nafsi means myself, but what is naf'i? Naf'i. My benefit. You can't benefit me, Allah said. لَن تَبْلُغُوا نَفْعِي. You will never reach the ability to benefit me. فَتَنْفَعُونِي. And then be able to benefit. You can't do it. Well, Allah says, لَن تَبْلُغُوا ضُرِّي فَتَضُرُّونِي. You will never be able to harm me. You'll never be able to reach something that will harm me so then you can then take harm from me. Then harm me. Can't do it. Why? لَا يُرَامُ جَانِبُ. Can't reach Allah. He's too mighty for that. Well, and then his might is so powerful that he doesn't need you. لَن تَبْلُغُوا نَفْعِي فَتَنْفَعُونِي. And you can never, Allah has no need of you where you can benefit him. He doesn't need me, doesn't need you. Too mighty, too powerful for that. So we say, هُوَ الْعَزِيزُ لَا يُرَامُ جَانِبُ مَنْ غَالَبَ اللَّهَ فَرَبِّي غَالِبُ. مَنْ غَالَبَ اللَّهَ, it means whoever, مَنْ غَالَبَ اللَّهَ, whoever seeks to overpower or overcome Allah. Whoever seeks to overpower or overcome Allah, they're trying to be mighty, right? They're trying to be powerful, so they try to overcome Allah. Oh, I'm going to do what I want to do, right? Like Fir'aun, he said, he told Muhammad. What is Fir'aun's guy? No. The guy that Fir'aun, he told, I can't remember right now. But he told him, build a ladder up to the sky so that what? We can go meet this God of Musa. Can't do it. Right? Can't do it. So, man ghalab Allah, whoever tries to overcome Allah, فَرَبِّي غَالِبُ. Then my Lord overcomes and smashes him. فَرَبِّي غَالِبُ. Then my Lord smashes. He's the one that does what? Overcomes him, overpowers him, doesn't even leave him, obliterates him. فَرَبِّي غَالِبُ. So what do? You learn to do what? Put your trust in Allah. Right? So that's the line at least. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. What's the line? Say it. هو العزيز. Say it with some flavor. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. Say it, come on. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب. You guys sound real weak. Do some push-ups or something. You guys tired? You sure? Why you sound so weak? The week off hurt you, right? هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. Let's go. هو العزيز لا يرام من غالب الله فربي غالبه. You sure? You don't sound sure. Say it again. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. من غالب الله فربي غالبه. Who was it? Say it. Listen, go ahead, say it. Let's say it. هو العزيز لا يرام لا يرام لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. Why you guys not saying that?
They want to hear Americans.
That's right. That's nothing wrong with that. Let's go. Let me hear it. Let's go. Who are you? Who is this person? Oh, say it, Sundus. Go ahead. Bismillah. Go ahead. لا يرام من غالب الله. Go ahead. Say it, Hamdi. Good. Go say it, Munira. Ghalaba is different than ghalaba, so make sure you say ghalaba. Ghalaba means he tried. He didn't do it, but he tried to overcome Allah. Ghalaba. Yeah, gha is long. You make that alif there is long. Min ghalab Allah. He tried. He tried. He thought he would. But that ain't happen. فَرَبِّ غَالِبُ. Who else is that? Oh, where's the other Munira? Munira, where are you? I love you. Is she here? Munira, huh? Abdul Wali Munira? Oh, okay. Go ahead, you say I'm Ali because you hide it in the back. I don't like how you hide it with your hoodie on in the back like that. من غالب الله. MashaAllah, ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba. Come forward, my young friend. Go ahead, say it, bismillah. You. Yes, you. Yeah, Yusuf.
I don't know it.
It's right there on the board, read it. هو العزيز لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فرب غالبه. لا يرام جانبه من غالب الله فربي غالبه. طيب. Now I told you I was going to tell you that the name of Allah, you guys wrote this down? You have this down so far? We good? Can I erase it?
I'm writing it down now.
Okay. I'll give it a second then. You guys have it written down already? You guys don't have pens, right? All of you who don't have a pen that came to class, give me push-ups, please. Because I don't know what you look like Al-Bukhari, but you don't sound like him. You know, come to class with no pens? That's like, it's a push-up pen, man.
I get them in with y'all because I forgot mine last week or week before.
Yeah, get some push-ups in, man. You come to class, no push, no pen.
How many?
I don't know. Spell pen 10 times. I don't know.
That's
What is that? 30 times? 30?
3.
That's 30, right? Hey, mashallah, get in shape. Y'all got pens over there? Y'all got pens? Or you got your phones to take notes? You went to go get one, right?
He was in the car. So I'm like, just drop me off here.
Talia, pay attention to this, right? Because now we got to say, what does Al-Azeez mean? Who is Al-Azeez? Al-Azeez, of course, he's Allah. It's one of the names of Allah.
Almighty.
Almighty, but how does it apply? What is the applicable meaning of the word Al-Azeez of Allah? It has a few meanings. Number one, the meaning of Al-Azeez is that he is able to prevent imtina'. Allah is able to prevent anyone from coming to do anything to him. So there's a difference between two types of might, right? There's might that I'm strong, but I ain't got no defense, right? I can punch, I'm a hard hitter, right? But my defense is whack.
Sound like you talking about Wilder.
I was going to say, right? That my defense is whack, but I'm a hard hitter. That's mighty. Well, right? But just give you an example of how that happens. How can a person sometimes be mighty and powerful, but still is weak?
Arrogance.
No, not arrogance. They just don't have a defense. But Allah Ta'ala is the one who can prevent anyone from coming to do anything to him. He's the one who has so much might and power, right? He doesn't need anyone. He doesn't need anyone to defend him. He can defend himself with his might and power, right? So he's Al-Azeez with the meaning that he is free from need of anyone else. He can defend and protect and honor himself. He doesn't need you to do anything for him. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. How perfect is Allah from that which they ascribe to him. He doesn't need that. وَسَلَامٌ عَلَى الْمُرْسَلِينَ. And peace upon the messengers. وَالْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. And all praises to Allah, the Lord of everything in existence. He is far from need of having anything attributed to him or having any partners. And that's why Allah Ta'ala says also, قُلْ أَرُونِيَ الَّذِينَ أَلْحَقْتُمْ بِهِ شُرَكَاءَ كَلَّا بَلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ الْعَزِيزُ الْحَكِيمُ. Allah says, show me from those things that those who you ascribe to me from partners, how they attach me. أَلْحَقْتُمْ بِهِ. What are they attached? How do they come to me? If I have partners, what are they doing as my partner? What are they helping me with? What have they created with me? Nothing. Rather, he is Allah, Al-Azeez, Al-Hakeem. He's the mighty one. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need no one to help and support him. He is Allah, he's Al-Azeez. Doesn't need any support. Then, so that's the number one meaning. That's one meaning of the name Al-Azeez. That he can prevent anything coming to him or taking from him or diminishing him, right? Nothing can come to Allah and bring a aib or uyub or a defect to Allah to say, look what I did to you. And Allah now has a defect because of it. Allah, la yuramu janibu. Nothing can come to Allah like that. Am I going too fast?
No.
It's all right? Too fast? Okay. You say embarrass him? Even that, like, oh yeah, perhaps can't embarrass him, can't diminish his honor. No one can come to Allah and take from the honor of Allah.
Because he's righteous.
No, because he's Al-Azeez. He's too mighty for that. He can prevent it. He has the ability and the might to prevent you from coming to take from his honor and his respect. His izzah. You know how like somebody said, yo man, you took from my izzah. You took from my respect and my honor. No one can take from the honor of Allah. He's too mighty for that. Too mighty for it. So one is that Allah is able to prevent any of that from happening. Another meaning of the word Al-Aziz is that Allah is almighty, powerful, and He subdues His creation. His creation is makhura, is subdued and humbled by Him. He's so powerful that they can't do anything except if Allah allows them to. Does that make sense? He's too powerful. It's like when you know, subhanAllah, you overcome somebody. I say, Allah ghalibu, you overcome someone. We're not explaining Allah, but we're giving you an example where you can understand, right? Subdued, it means that, let's say you're wrestling, right? And you have the person on the ground. And like, they can't do nothing.
Like restrained.
They're restrained. They're subdued. They can't do anything except what you let them. You got them. Right? You ever wrestle? Maybe you wrestle with Sundus and you got her on the ground and you're like, Sundus, stop. No, don't do that, right? She's subdued. Does that make sense? She's subdued. And she's like, oh, mashallah, I quit and you got me. Right? That's called subdued. When now you're so far overcome, right? That person that you're fighting with or whatever has so much power over you that you can't do anything. You're subdued, restrained, conquered, right? So Allah is Al-Aziz. His creation has never been unconquered though. By Him. You see the difference? So conquer shows that Allah maybe one time wasn't in control, but Allah was always in control. So we don't want to say conquered His creation. Right? But Allah's creation has been subdued to Him, restrained by Him. It's humiliated or humbled by His might and power. The reality is what? That everything is a servant of Allah. Even the kafir is an abd of Allah. Right? Meaning that everything is going to be controlled by Allah one way or another. Taw'an wa karhan. Wa ilayhi yurja'un, as Allah says. Right? Everything submits to Allah in the heavens and earth. Taw'an wa karhan. Oh, karhan. Right? Either by force or by choice. Us, alhamdulillah, we chose to, right? Say, I know Allah's Al-Aziz. I'm going to submit. But other than us, like the kuffar, look at the kuffar now. Can they prevent coronavirus? Right? Now they're scared. Because they don't know Al-Aziz. So now you see how everything, once it gets to you, they're like, yo, I'm God. Help me, Doc. Can a person say, hey, you coronavirus, don't come to me? No. So that shows you a servant of Allah. Meaning that you are mudhallal, that you are controlled by Allah. When Allah says, get sick, do you not get sick? If Allah says, die, is there anyone that says, nah, Allah, you know what, I'm not going to die yet? Anyone? Allah says, die, you die. That shows that everyone is controlled by Allah. Now us, alhamdulillah, we chose to submit also, not just to Allah's laws of creation, but also to His laws in regards to sharia, His deen that He wants us to live by. So we chose to, alhamdulillah, to submit to that. So Allah is mighty and powerful, and He forces everything to submit to Him in His laws of His creation. Does that make sense? So Allah Ta'ala is so powerful like this. That's why Allah says in the Quran, Inna Allah huwa ar-razzaqu dhul quwwati al-mateen. Indeed, Allah is ar-razzaq. He's the one who provides. And He is the mighty al-mateen. He's the one who is almighty al-mateen. Then Allah Ta'ala says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُمْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ قُوَّةً. Don't they understand? Can't they see? Haven't you realized that what? That Allah, who's the one who created them, is more powerful than them? Why are you arguing with Allah? Talking about you're not going to do it. Allah said, do this, obey Him. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not ready for that yet. Allah is going to force you. Either you do it now, humble yourself, or Allah is going to take it from you. So why not choose and say, you know what? I can't win. It's a battle I can't win. Let me just submit. Haven't you realized? Haven't you come to understand yet? أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُمْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ قُوَّةً. That Allah is more stronger than in might and power? Think about that for a second, right? That everyone who thinks they're powerful, subhanAllah, this coronavirus, wallahi, if the people really ponder over it, they'll realize the might of Allah. Why is that? وَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ what does Allah says? وَلَا يَعْلَمْ جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُ. That no one knows the army of Allah except for Him. So think about it. Imagine for a second. When you count the superpowers in the world, who do you normally count?
President.
America. Who else? Russia. And who else? China. So you count when you normally count superpowers today, right? You say, man, these are the superpowers in the world. Who can go against these superpowers? Allah said, these are nothing. Allah said, what? Super what? We are the kings of the earth. Nothing to Allah. Allah said something you can't even see. Something so small that it has all these superpowers terrified now. Can't even see it. So small you can't even see it. So who's the real super? There's no superpower in reality. Allah will subdue any and everything with ease. He sends the smallest of His army to remind the person, if they want to take the remembrance, if they want to think about it. But now we ask them, أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُمْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ قُوَّةً. Don't you understand that Allah who created them is more stronger than them in might and power? Now, do they think about that? Do they ponder that? Are they thinking this now? Or they still think that they're superpowered? Otherwise, they will submit themselves to Allah and say, man, I got to change my life. Yes, brother.
Well, I was going to say it's like a similarity to the people of Ad.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Allah sent the rih. Allah sent the water. Allah sent whatever. He sent a reminder that you're not in control of nothing. Not in control of nothing. So that's no matter how strong we think we are, Allah is more mighty than us. So we submit to Him. That's why Allah says, وَلَوْ يَرَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا إِذْ يَرَوْنَ الْعَذَابَ أَنَّ الْقُوَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا. Allah says it again. And when those وَلَوْ يَرَى الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا, and if those when those who oppress people see the punishment of Allah, إِذْ يَرَوْنَ الْعَذَابَ أَنَّ الْقُوَّةَ لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا, then they will understand that all might and power belongs to Allah. All might and power belongs to Allah. And Allah قَوِيٌّ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. And indeed Allah is powerful. شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. And His punishment, His punishment is shadid, is severe. وَمَا قَدْرُ اللَّهَ حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَقَوِيٌّ عَزِيزٌ. And Allah says they don't give Allah the proper estimation. They don't understand how great Allah is. They don't magnify Allah. They don't aggrandize Allah as He should be. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَقَوِيٌّ عَزِيزٌ. And indeed, for sure, Allah is all powerful and almighty. Gotta think about that, right? So if somebody says, yo, do what Allah said, what are you going to say? Man, I'm going to submit. Allah said, do it, let me just submit. Fine, so I gave you two meanings of the word Azeez already, right? What were they?
Powerful, powerful, and the one that.
And He can stop any harm from coming to Him. The last meaning that the ulama bring is that there's nothing like Him. That He's so mighty, powerful, and Azeez, His izzah and honor, that nothing is like. No matter how much honor you might have in this dunya, you're not like Allah. No matter how much power you might have in this dunya, you're not like Allah. No matter how strong you think you are in this dunya, you're not like Allah. So the third meaning they bring is that Azeez, that He's rare. Nothing like Him. Special, unique. He's unique. Nothing is like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So the third meaning is that there's nothing like Him. Second meaning, we said He's almighty. The third meaning is that He can prevent anything or stop it. What did you say? I like how you said it. You said what?
He could stop any harm from coming.
He can stop any harm or diminish, or someone trying to diminish or take from His honor and respect from happening to Him. We good on that? Tell you. So those are the three meanings that we brought for Al-Azeez. Now, I'll tell you something. When you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Azeez, what does that mean? If you want honor, where should you look for it from? Should you look from it from China? You say, man, China, man, honor me, please. I'm going to get with China so I can get some honor.
You should start with you.
Who?
Yourself.
No.
How you gonna want something and not put it out first?
Because you ain't got it. Reality. You gotta go to the source.
You gotta reflect on it.
You gotta go to the source. If I ask you for water, you're gonna look in the you're gonna take it from the wall, or you're gonna go to a sink. And if the sink's not where, you can go to the ocean, right?
You gotta walk to it.
Yeah. So where are you gonna find the honor at? It's not with you. You gotta go to Allah. I know you did, but I was just trying to. You gotta go to Allah. As Allah said, "Man kana yuridu al-izza, فَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ جَمِيعًا." Whoever desires honor and respect and might, then to Allah belongs all honor, respect, and might. If you want to be honored in this dunya, then where do you get it from? Allah. Because He's the source of it. He's the only one who can give it. No one else in reality can give honor and might except for Allah. Comes like in the story of when the Prophet, when Umar radiallahu anhu was going to Sham, right? And they conquered Bayt al-Maqdis. And Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah was waiting for him, and Umar radiallahu anhu, he had a servant with him. So when they started to get close to Bayt al-Maqdis, Umar radiallahu anhu, he got down and took off his khufay. He took off his leather socks, and he put them on his shoulders. He got off the camel he was riding, and put on his leather socks, and took them off. Like some real Bedouins. Like, you were like, yo, what are you doing, Omar? We about to go to what was Bayt al-Maqdis at that time? This was like the center of one of the centers of the Roman power. So they took Bayt al-Maqdis. So now Abu Ubaidah is like, yo, listen, the people of Bayt al-Maqdis, they told Abu Ubaidah, we're not going to give you the keys to the city until your leader comes. That's how important Jerusalem was. Until your leader comes, we're not going to give you the keys to the city. So Ubaidah, they sent for Umar. Yeah, Umar, they're not going to give us the keys to the city. So Umar, he came. He came with his servant. But they only had one camel. Imagine the leader of the Muslims at this time. The Muslims were the lead, was like a world power at that time. And Umar, he came with one camel, him and his servant. So now the rule between them was that whenever you ride for a little bit, I ride for a little bit. So when they got close to Bayt al-Maqdis, it was the servant's time to ride. Umar is just. He didn't say, yo, chill out with me. Let me keep riding right now. We about to pull up. Right? He said, yo, it's your time. It's my time. So I'm going to be just. Get on the camel. Abu Ubaidah, he saw this. He said, yeah, Umar, what are you doing? We want the people to honor you when they see you. We want the people at Jerusalem to give you honor and sharaf when they see you, to show that your nobility. So Umar, he stopped and he looked at him. And mind you, he's walking now. The servant is on the camel. Umar is walking with his hoofs on his shoulders. So Umar, he said, yo, Abu Ubaidah. He said, if anyone else besides you would have said that, I would have made an example out of them. Umar, he's like, I'd have put some work in on you. If anyone besides you would have said that, I would have made an example out of you. Nakalan. So then, Abu Ubaidah was like, oh, okay, So Umar radiallahu anhu said, we were before Islam, we were nobody, basically. He said, we were nobody before Islam. And Allah gave us honor. So if we seek honor now from something besides Allah, then Allah will humiliate us. We don't need them to tell us that we honor, but we're Muslims. What's the poem we always say? نحن أشراف من what is it? نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم وجلد العصر قدرا دون أدنانا. Remember that poem? You guys don't remember that poem I told you a long time ago? I tell you this poem a lot. Here, I'm going to make you memorize it, since you don't know it today. All right? Because it's an important poem. It's important. One of the Shana'iq, they said this. This is a poem from the Shankitis. They say, نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم منتظم وأجل دون So he said, وَجَلَدَ الْعَصْرِ قَدْرًا. So the poem goes, نحن ركب say it with me, نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم وجلد العصر. Sa'ain. Let me fix that.
Brother, I'm a little dyslexic.
No, I got you,
so
don't
go
worry.
a little slow for me, man.
العصر وجل ذا العصر قدرا دون أدنانا ها وقد اتخذنا ظهور عيسى مدرسة فيها نبين دين الله تبيانا. That's the rest of the line, but we'll get to that next. I just want you to write this down. نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم وأجل ذا العصر قدرا دون أدنانا قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسى مدرسة فيها نبين دين الله تبيانا. أشرافي. I'll explain it, don't worry. You gotta get that. I want these guys to memorize because they need it. نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم وأجل ذا العصر قدرا دون أدنانا. Say it. نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظمون وأجل ذا العصر قدرا دون أدنانا. So what does it mean? Let's go. نحن means what? Us, we. We are rakbun, riders. We're just some riders, some camel riders. Nahnu rakbun, meaning we are just some riders. We on a camel. We ain't nobody special. Or in our time, we might be in the Highlander or the RAV4 or the what's the Honda? What's the Honda? What is that? No, what's the Pilot?
Yeah,
What's it? The Camry? We might be spending. We're nothing crazy, but we riding out, right? Nahnu rakbun min al-ashrafi, but we're noble people. We're not just some ragabonds. We people. Why are we noble? Muntazim. We're noble people and we're muntazimun. Muntazimun means that we're organized. Gotta be organized. Can't be just everyone doing their own thing. No. Nahnu rakbun min al-ashrafi, from amongst the most noblest. We're riders from amongst the most noblest. And what are we? Organized. We're in order. We got a regiment to what we're doing. Our thing is regimented. Like in the army. Muslims are like that. What time we got to get up and pray Fajr. Then we got to pray Dhuhr. Then we got to pray Asr. Then we got to pray Maghrib and Isha. Then we're going to fast on some days. We're not going to look at what everyone else looks at. We're organized. When we move, we say Allahu Akbar. One person says Allahu Akbar, then everyone else says Allahu Akbar, right? That's order. Do you see that? When you see the Muslim women, you say, oh, those are Muslim women. They come, right? That's order. نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم, organized and order, regimented, right? That reminds you that what the Muslim has to have order in their life. We're not chaotic people. We're not animals. Just do whatever you want to do. We have order and regiment to our lives, right? Yes. Yeah. نحن ركب. ركب means riders. نحن ركب من الأشراف, from amongst the noblest of people. We're noble. There's nothing despicable about us. We're not running around, people, boyfriend and girlfriending, committing zina, all that nasty stuff. We got honor. Why? Because we Muslims. فَنَحْنُ رَكْبٌ مِنَ الْأَشْرَافِ. So you got to remember that you want to have honor with yourself. We want to have what? Honor. And how do you have honor? By doing the right thing. So nahnu means what? We are. Rakbun means what? Riders. And let's just give an example that our honor doesn't come from because we have fancy cars or fancy houses. Our honor comes because we're noble and muntazimun. Why are we noble and muntazimun? Why? Tell us why. Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah. Then we say what? وَجَلَّ ذَا الْعَصْرِ is going to come now. Why are we noble? Why are we regimented? وَجَلَّ ذَا الْعَصْرِ, and the most noblest or the most honored of the people in your mind, right? وَجَلَّ means like the great people, the great influential people, like celebrities, politicians, Dal asri means in that time, in this time, like this time that we're in, right? Wa jalla, the most influential, famous, whatever it might be, people, dal asri at this time, qadran means in worth. In worth or estimation. If I said, like, what does it worth mean? Like, what's your worth? Do you know your self-worth? That's what it means by worth. Your estimate, like they said, do you have self-esteem? You know self-esteem? Yeah. So self-esteem is how do you see yourself? What is the worth that you give to yourself? So when we say qadran, this means they're the best in esteem. The worth that people think they have, right? The most influential or noble of people in worth or estimation or fame, right? Or fame, and this time, duna adnana. It's less than our little ones. It's less than our smallest ones or little ones. Right? You heard me say this before, right? I'm pretty sure you remember this.
Yeah, we hear you explain it.
So, وَجَلَّ دَ الْعَصْرِ قَدْرًا دُونَ أَدْنَانَ. So these guys, you look at Donald Trump, right? They look at whoever the president of China is. This guy's a Jalla dal Asri Qadran. In our time, they're the most influential. But in reality, Duna Adnana. They're less than our little ones. They're less than, Ruh Allah. Right? They're not, the blood of Ruh Allah is worth way more than the blood of Donald Trump. Right? One hair on his head, subhanallah, is worth Donald Trump. This is a reality. This is the blood of a Muslim. So, Duna Adnana, less than our little ones. You guys think there's something big. We look at them and say they're less than our little ones. One student memorizing the Quran is greater than every living person in the White House. Why? They're memorizing the book of Allah. What they're doing makes them greater. Right? Duna H, Adnana. We got this part? I'm moving on to the next line. وَجَلَّ ذَا الْعَصْرِ قَدْرًا دُونَ أَدْنَانَا. Say the line, you guys. Listen. نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم وأجل ذا العصر قدرا دون أدنانا.
نحن ركب من الأشراف منتظم وأجل ذا العصر قدرا دون أدنانا.
Excellent, mashallah, barakallahu feek. Can I erase this and go to the next line?
The top part, but not the bottom.
Okay. So the next line goes, قَدْ اتَّخَذْنَا. قَدْ اتَّخَذْنَا.
Make it a little neater because I'm trying to remember.
Are you trying to write this down?
I'm trying to remember the.
Oh, the English?
Well, no. I'm trying to identify the letters better.
Oh,
so
okay.
sometimes when you write a little fast, I can't identify the letters.
Okay, let me try. قَدْ اتَّخَذْنَا. Yo, you're not going to be able to identify my letters anymore. My handwriting is terrible.
Nah, I can understand a little bit.
I write terrible in every language.
But it's like your wall look like it's just a circle sometimes. Yeah.
Zuhura, Isa, Zuhura, Isa. Zuhura, Isa. قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسي مدرسة. ظهور عيسي. I don't know if it's this way. ظهور عيسي. ظهور عيسي مدرسة. This is what it says. قد اتخذنا. And he says, what about now? He's talking about more about himself. قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسي مدرسة. And we took it says قد اتخذنا, meaning we took the backs of camels as our schools. Where we learn at, قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسي مدرسة. We took the backs of camels, meaning wherever we at, we can learn. If we're riding our camels, we're going through the desert, right? We can learn. Knowledge is what you can carry with you. Might not have your books with you all the time, but you have to have it memorized. قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسى مدرسة. قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسى مدرسة. We took the backs of camels as our schools. I can read the bottom part?
Yes, sir.
فيها نبين دين الله تبيانا. So, there's a فيها نبين دين الله تبيانا. Then what? In on those camels. Fiha here means on those camels. On those camels. We clarify, we explain, or clarify the deen of Allah in details. So he says, Fiha nubayyinu. On those camels, we clarify, Fiha nubayyinu deen Allah tibyana. Tibyana is making it clearer. That we clarified it. How well do we clarify it? All the way clear, right? That's what we did. That's what we do. We're not nothing else except for teachers. Students, that's what gives us honor. That we take the deen as our honor. That we look for learning the deen and explaining the deen to be our honor. Nothing else besides that can raise us up to be the best of the best. Except that we give importance to the Quran. We give importance to the Sunnah. We give importance to learning the deen of Allah. Fiha nubayyinu. And where do we do it? It doesn't matter where. We don't got to be in the university. We don't got to be at the big school or whatever. Right in the back of the camel. Right in the back of the Honda Pilot. Right? Does not make a big difference. In the back of the van, you know? Wherever we at, we just you know, kicking that in. That make sense?
Even in the dark alley?
I don't know about the dark alley. Get out the dark alley. Don't call me. Yeah, come on the main street, brother. Stay in the light, right? Stay in the light. So, the first line was right here. Oh, قد اتخذنا قد would you say قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسى مدرسة. Easy here is like a type of camel, so kind of camel that they were using back then. قد اتخذنا ظهور عيسى مدرسة فيها نبين دين الله تبيانا. Everybody should make sure they're drinking enough water. They said you gotta drink water, man, so you don't get the coronavirus. You thirsty? You need just some water. Huh?
So they need like another 2
Where?
months, man, before they find a cure.
Yeah, keep your hands off your face.
Fiha nubayyinu. Nubayyinu. Noon that. Oh, fiha means like on those camels, because fiha now is returning back to what they were doing. They were on the backs of the camels. So fiha is really like ala alayhim, alayha right now. On those camels, riding those camels, we explain the deen of Allah in detail.
I think that coronavirus is how we make wudu as far as washing our hands and blowing out. A lot of that, they say like pretty much you gotta wash your hands and face and all that. That's how Muslims make wudu, right?
Yeah,
Don't we
Just
stay
can't
clean?
eat bats. Just can't eat bats. I think
Well,
that's why they call it.
Stuff that we're supposed to eat and stuff that we
No, I mean, the reality is this, man. Allah's going to protect who he's going to protect. Number one. Number two, the reality goes back to the Prophet on his often fully man that, you know, cleanliness. You know, don't, you know, so Allah protect us all. We should definitely, number one, learn the dua.
Yeah.
Did you guys learn that dua that we said?
Yes.
You know it?
بسم الله الذي لا يضره مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في
ما
السماء
شاء الله.
وهو السميع العليم.
I went over 1 2 times last night.
That dua is another dua.
When You don't waste
I
no
want to learn
time.
it though. Allah.
With another dua, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-baras, wal-jununi, wal-judami, wal-sayyi al-asqami. Maybe we'll write it on the board for you.
Yes.
We'll write
That's
it
the one
down.
that you just now said out. That one last night.
Tayyib, hey, listen. We got this? Are we good? Because we still had to do Al-Hakeem. I wanted to do Al-Hakeem today too. What time is it?
12:50. 2:50.
Asr's at 3:30.
Yeah, I know. Huh? So we have time. What you say?
Brother wanted you to write out the dua form so he could be able to get it too.
Which brother?
Young brother.
Come on, I need the English on that.
Okay. Tayyib, are we done? This was a side note. This wasn't the class. We just got here for a side thing about the izzah. How do we get izzah? This is the way. Remember this always. Don't never think of yourself as being nothing when you're a Muslim. When you're a Muslim, always remember that you have honor. So how do you seek honor? Again, we go back to the main topic about Azeez. That what? لِلَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ جَمِيعًا. That Allah has all the honor. Right? So the more that you get close to Allah, the more that you try to obey Allah, the more honor you will have. How do we know this is a proof? Allah says, وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ وَلِرَسُولِهِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Right? Allah Ta'ala says that for Allah belongs the honor, and to who? His messenger, and not just anyone else besides them, but the believers. Not the Muslims, but those who are believers, those who are struggling to be close to Allah, that Allah has given them honor. So the more that you actualize the obedience to Allah, the more honor you will have. And the further you go away from obedience to Allah, the less honor you'll have. The less honor you will have. It's that simple. Simple mathematics, right? More you obey Allah, more honor you get. Disobey Allah, less honor you get. Clear? Can we move on to the next part? Tayyib. What's the next line? Who knows it? وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ. Say wahwal, wahwal. Don't say wahwal, say
Just
wahwal.
erase that top part.
Change it then, sorry. We're editing. We're in editing port, you know. Nothing is perfect but the Quran. Right? Wahwal hakimu. Why do you say wahwal instead of wahua? Because it fits the poetry. So you say wahwal instead of wahua, it makes the poetry rhyme better. Also, there's some in the Quran, there's some qira'at like Abu Ja'far, they say wahwa instead of wahua. So it's part of Arabic to play with it like that a little bit, to give it some type of room. So you say wahwa al-hakimu kullu amrin wada'a. Right? Wahwa al-hakimu kullu amrin wada'a. Fil kawni wa shar'i ilahi mawdi'a. Huh? Is that right, Abdurrahman? Are you writing this still?
It looked like you erased some of it.
Oh, Tibyana. Tibyana. Tib? Yeah. That's what it is. So, with the next part is Al-Hakim. What do we say about Al-Hakim? وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ وَضَعَ فِي الْكَوْنِ وَالشَّرْعِ إِلَهِ وَمَوْضِعَ. What's the line? Someone, come on, you guys don't know it? It sounds like you don't know it. None of you guys know it either? You know it? La ilaha illallah. Can't give you guys time off no more. Take sick leave. What is the line again? Come on, Bismillah. وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ
كل أمر
شرعي في الكون والشرع إلهي موضعه. So what is it again? وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ. What does wahwa mean? What does wahwa mean? And he. Wahwa is wahua. Wahwa is wahua. Wahua, we're saying wahwa to fit the poetry, to fit the rhyme better. Wahwa al-hakimu. Al-hakim. What is the name al-hakim mean? Anyone know?
The more knowledge?
No? Wise, but what is wisdom?
Understanding.
Yes, but no. وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ وَضَعَ. So it means here, وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ, he is al-Hakim. Every affair, every matter, every single thing that's going on, Amrin wada'a. He put it in his place. He's the one that put it there, right? We're going through it right now. وَهُوَ الْحَكِيمُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ وَضَعَ فِي الْكَوْنِ. Kawn is, can I erase this part? All right, let me put it on the board. Put it on the board for you. Bismillah. So we say here, وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ وَضَعَ. Alright, وَالْحَكِيمُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ. Alright, so وَهْوَ الْحَكِيمُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ وَضَعَ. So we say wahwa means and he is al-Hakim. Al-Hakim. Every, kullu means what? Every situation, amr is situation, affair, everything, he placed it. He put it in place. In regards to what? Kullu amrin. Now here goes the clarification. Fil kawni. Fi al kawni was shar'i ilahi Mawdi'a. Okay. Kawni means all of the creation. So mind you, there's two laws of Allah. Lord. We have the kawn, right? The kawn means what? To create everything in existence. The kawn is what? Everything in existence. Shar'i is the sharia. The deen. The laws of the deen. Ilahi is my God, my ilah. My ilah. What does ilah mean? The one that deserves to be worshipped, correct? He's the one who put it in place. He put them in place. Okay. Let's look at it now. So we said, can you see? Huwa wahwa al-Hakimu. Wahwa al-Hakimu. He is al-Hakim. He is al-Hakim. Kullu amrin wada'a. Every affair he put it into place. In regards to what? In the existence, what the heavens and the earth, how the sun goes, how the moon comes, how the rain comes down, right? How the stuff comes up from the ground. That's the cone. Allah is the one that's in control. There's no Mother Nature. No Mother Nature. Get that out your heads. When they say, oh, Mother Nature, or this, or no. When the wind blows, Allah is the one who says when it should blow and why it should blow. And all of it's based on His wisdom. He knows when to make it blow and when not to make it blow. When to make it snow, when not to make it snow. Right? Fil kawni, everything in existence, the laws of existence. The laws of existence of how things are supposed to go in the creation, Allah is al-Hakim. He's the one that takes care of that. And also in the Sharia. The Sharia meaning His laws of the deen. The laws that He is pleased with us to worship Him by. The laws that He requests of us to worship Him by. Fi shar'i, ilahi. Ilahi means what? What is ilahi? MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum. The one who deserves to be worshipped. Ilahi, God. Right? The one who has the qualities of divinity. Of being a God. Ilahi mawdi'a. He's the one that put them all in order. So wisdom is what? To put everything in its proper place. Wisdom is what? Wada'a shay fi mawdi'ihi. Is to put everything in its proper place. What is wisdom?
To put everything in its proper place.
Is this wisdom if I take this marker and I put it in my ear? I put this marker's in my ear now. Is that wisdom?
Nah.
Why? That's foolishness, right? He said, what type of fool is he putting a marker in his ear? Wisdom is what? That I take the cap off of this and I use the marker to write on the board because that's what it's for. Right? Is it wisdom if I take my socks and put them on my head and I'm walking around with a sock on my head? I say, man, what type of foolishness is that?
Depending on what kind of sock.
Do-rag?
Your stocking cap?
What's that, a stocking cap?
I don't know. Even my mother used to say that was foolishness. Right? When your mother said, why you don't put them stockings off your head? Right?
For bedtime.
Yeah.
You moving a perfect pair of stockings.
Yeah, if you ask your mother, she said that wasn't wisdom. So that's foolishness, right? That stocking is for your foot and you got it on your head. Right? So you put your socks on your feet. That's wisdom. So everything Allah does where it's supposed to be at. Now here goes the question. Allah is Al-Hakeem, the all-wise. Sometimes you don't know. So Allah orders you to do something in the Sharia. Pay attention. Allah orders you to do something in His Sharia. But you're like, man, that seems hard. But Allah says He didn't put no haraj, no difficulty in this. Allah didn't put in this deed any haraj for you. No difficulty. So everything Allah says you tell you to do in His Quran or in the Sunnah of the Messenger is wise. Whether you understand it or not. Wallahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. Allah knows best and you don't know reality. So if Allah says what? Allah says for the Muslim woman that lives in, look at it, here in America, it's warm, it's cold outside, so the lady might not have a problem wearing a hijab, right? But the lady, she's in Saudi Arabia, 130 degrees. And Allah commanded her to wear hijab too. Right? So is that wise? Yeah. Allah knows best why He told her to wear that hijab. Allah told the man, right, bring that pants up above his ankle. He says, yeah, but that would, no, Allah said do it. It's wise. It's the command of Allah. Everything Allah said is to be wise. Whether I understand the wisdom behind it or not. Allah said it, so it's wise. Allah told you to wear hijab, Hamdi. Right? So then you say, man, I don't know. This is 2020. This hijab thing ain't working for me. It don't seem too wise. Is that right? No. Because you don't know what Allah is protecting you from with that. Right? It's reality. So Allah is Al-Hakeem. Now this word Hakeem has a few other meanings to it behind it as well. Right? So when we look at the word Hakeem, we look at a few things. We say that Allah is Al-Hakeem, meaning that He is wise, He has the wisdom. But we also look at the word Hakeem, or Hakim, to be that Allah is the one who judgment goes back to Him. All judgment, the hukm, in the hukm lillahi jami'ah, that the hukm is for Allah. Now the hukm is for Allah. And no one, in the hukm illa lillah, that the law, the ruling is only for Allah. It's not for me. I can't make no rules in reality. The rule is for Allah. So when we understand that, we submit to that. We say, Allah is the one that's ruling. Allah is the one that's ruling. So you accept it. So then we say, the word Al-Hakim, it includes three things as well. That the rule is for Allah. He's the ruler. Al-Hakim and Al-Hakim is the all-ruler, the one that rules everything. As well, He is wise, and as well, huwa atqana kulli shay. That He's the one that made perfect everything. But the Hakim is the one who, Al-Hakim, the one who makes everything perfectly. So Allah Ta'ala, He says, Wallahu Azizun Hakim. Allah is almighty and wise. Allah is almighty and wise. What's the benefit of Allah putting these two names? We just studied them. What is the benefit of Allah putting these two names back to back? Al-Azeez and Hakeem. It comes like this a lot. Al-Azeez and Hakeem. Why? What does Azeez mean? And what does Hakeem mean?
All wise.
Why did Allah put these two together?
Keep reminding the people.
Mind you about what? But when the name of Allah comes together back to back like this, it has an extra meaning to it.
Put emphasis
On what?
on His majesty or His power.
And there's nothing.
You can't be powerful without wisdom.
No, you can. But it's not perfect. The one who's powerful without wisdom is not perfect. But Allah is perfect with His might and power. So what does that mean? That Allah is mighty, but He's not a zalim. He's not going to oppress you. Because He's mighty, but He uses that might in a wise manner.
Not going to take advantage of it.
He's not going to oppress anyone. So that might that Allah has, He uses it in a wise fashion. So again, this says that we have to realize what? The rule belongs to who? Allah. Do we believe that for real? How, when Allah tells us to do something, do we fight against it? Oh man, I ain't really with all that. Huh? Allah tell you to do it. What do you say? Yeah, but do we really believe that the law is for Allah? Or it sounds good? I'm asking a question.
We believe.
We believe it? Call you. Allah Ta'ala says, أَفَغَيْرِ اللَّهِ أَبْتَغِي حَكَمًا. He says, Allah says, should I seek someone besides Allah as a ruler, as a law, as a judge between us? No. Do I really want someone as a judge besides Allah? When Allah is wise, Allah's going to judge in the best way. وَهُوَ خَيْرُ الْحَاكِمِينَ. Allah is the best of those who judge. إِنَّ الْحُكْمَ إِلَّا لِلَّهِ. And that the rule all belongs to Allah. وَلَا يُشْرِكُ فِي حُكْمِهِ أَحَدًا. And nobody can share in the law, in the judgment with Allah. No one has a share in that judgment along with Allah. Now, you know how, let's say I make a rule for you, right? And I say, yo, I don't want you doing this. You might be able to go back and say, yeah, I'm not listening to him. He's crazy. Right? Maybe. Should you? No, come on. You know, it's not going to work out good for you probably. But you could do it. You can be like, yo, I'm not listening to him. I'm not doing that. It's too much. I'm not doing it. I can leave. I'll go somewhere else. Cool. But no one could do that with Allah. When Allah puts a law down, la mu'aqib lahu. There's nothing that could come back after Allah and change that law. That's what Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran. وَاللَّهُ يَحْكُمُ لَا مُعَقِّبَ لِحُكْمِهِ وَهُوَ السَّرِيعُ الْحِسَابِ. Allah, He says that Allah, He judges. When Allah judges, no one can go and change that up. لَا مُعَقِّبْ لَهُ. No one can go and change that after Him. وَهُوَ السَّرِيعُ الْحِسَابِ. And He's the one who's fast in His judgment. وَهُوَ Sari'ul Hisab. So the judgment, the laws only belongs to Allah. So Hakeem again is the one who puts everything in its proper place. Al-Hakeem is the one who puts everything in its proper place, whether it be His laws or His creation. Every law of Allah is suitable to the people. So when you say, oh, I don't think I can do that in 2020, we say, don't you worship Al-Hakeem? So the law of Allah is suitable for as long as Allah says that it's supposed to be in place. No one can come later on and say, no, the law of Allah, we got to change that. It don't work here. No, you don't work. But the law of Allah works. You're messed up. The law of Allah is perfect. So don't try to change the law of Allah. Change yourself to fit the law of Allah. Like, what's my law? Somebody give me one of my laws. What time is it, Hiba? What is my law? What time does class start? 1:30. 1:30, mashallah. What time is it again? Tayyib, alhamdulillah. No, that's not my law. That's your law. My law is be on time and be on time. Yes, it is. You're right. No, she's right. It's better than not coming. But it doesn't mean you're not going to get punished. You can come and be late. We're happy. Mashallah, happy to be here. But you still got to get punished. Right? It only makes... Be on time is the law. There's no such thing as better late than never. No, that's cool. Be on time. After that, there comes punishment. Sah? Thank you. What should be the punishment? What's the suitable punishment? I'm feeling in a generous mood today. Because it's our first day back, I'm going to get... Because maybe she forgot. So, you know, it's possible, right?
Yeah, bring some Zamzam tea.
Oh, Sheikh said that your punishment tomorrow, you got to bring Zamzam tea. Zamzam tea. Well, you better have, my mother said somebody got to bring Zamzam tea as a fidya. It's not really, that's his word for it. I don't know why he calls it Zamzam tea. Regular tea, he just called it Zamzam tea because it's good to him. Zamzam tea. It's not Zamzam water tea. He liked the tea, and it's like Zamzam water to him. So, Tayyib, any questions? Any questions? Are we good? Be on time for tomorrow, please. Tomorrow's important class. Tafsir. Listen, Ramadan is coming. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Prepare yourself.
Ramadan is coming. We're in Rajab right now, right? What's after Rajab? Woo! So when Sha'ban month strikes 29, the Muslims search the sky to find, right? The Ramadan new moons approach. MashaAllah, with rahmah, blessings and good hopes. Oh, with taqwa, blessings and good hopes. Look at that, MashaAllah. You guys, I didn't think you remember this stuff. MashaAllah, with taqwa, blessings and good hopes. So, we have 29 or 30 days of Sha'ban, right? We're already in Rajab. Like in the 5th, 6th day of Rajab. 5th, 6th day, you know. So, what does that mean? We have less than 60 days left to Ramadan. We have less than 60. We have less than 60 days left to Ramadan. So now, I'm going to tell you, what should we be doing right now?
Prep. Fasting.
Fasting, yeah. Fasting part of Ramadan is easy.
You said prepping, right?
Yeah, how should you be prepping right now for Ramadan? Fasting is easy. Your body's going to adjust to that in a day or two. That's what Ramadan is really about. The fasting in Ramadan is not about fasting at all. Fasting is only there to help you to ponder the Quran better. That's the only reason we fast in Ramadan, to help us to do more worship. To help us to stay away from the nonsense we might do any other time, we're fasting so that we can understand the Quran better. The goal of Ramadan is to get closer to Allah and to read more Quran and ponder the Quran and reflect on the Quran and try to change our lives. So what should you be doing? Reading more Quran? Yes, but it should be something else. Not just reading the Quran,
Seeking forgiveness. Tawbah.
but learning how to read the tafsir of the Quran. Read the tafsir of the Quran. All of you should be trying your best. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. This is what you should do. How many of you are there? 10 of you?
12.
12. How many of you guys?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I'll tell you what you should do. I'll give you guys a challenge. Tafsir Ibn Kathir, the English version comes in 10 volumes. The English version of it comes in 10 volumes. That's like 300 pages each volume. What you should all do is each one of you take a volume of that. Maybe you put your money together, right? Each of you get like $10 together, right? $10, $15, and you buy a collection of Tafsir Ibn Kathir for you guys only, your group, right? And each group do like that. 10, or somebody might want to buy it. Who knows? Somebody want to buy it for the whole group. Who knows what they want to do, right? I don't know. Maybe it's tax time. You can find somebody, right? Tax time. You go ask mom, yo, we need Tafsir Ibn Kathir. You can do one of two things. You can buy it. Each one of you can buy a copy. Me personally, I'm gonna buy my copy type of person.
200 and something dollars.
Yeah, somebody might want to go put that. Somebody might want to go talk to their parents instead of asking their parents for a pair of sneakers this tax season or a new phone, right? I need a new iPhone. Ask them to buy you Tafsir Ibn Kathir.
How much is it?
You can probably get it for like $100 right now
Not all.
on Amazon.
Not all 10. I paid 2.
Now you ain't looking at the right place. You can probably get it on Amazon for like $1 and some change right now.
That's what I looked at.
And how much you paid?
2 something.
No.
Probably by Islamic City.
Nah, you can find it for $1 and some change. Huh? It's like you can't find them separate. It comes as a thing. But I said if you put your money together, $10, $15, each of you put $10, $15, you can get the whole 10 volume set.
English.
It's like 100 and some change.
I'm about to look it up right now.
It's like 100 and some change.
I can get it for the shake on the page. They got it for cheap.
So there goes my point, right? Each one of you take a volume. Hey, where's my books at? You didn't finish them yet? Gave you a whole week off. And you still didn't finish the books? So anyway, right? I forgot, I'm sorry. So here goes what I'm saying. If each person takes a volume during the month of Ramadan, along with reading, right? Along with reading your Quran every day, each person finishes a volume of tafsir.
It cost $196.
I think you can find it cheaper even than that.
Yeah, and it came up to.
No, you can find it cheaper. I'm certain of it. That's too much. $20 a volume for it's an old book now. I'll find it cheaper. So what I'm saying is this: if each person takes a volume, I have a complete volume, but I'm not going to give it. Got a complete set of it. I got a complete set of it. But so what I'm saying is this, right? if each person reads a volume, they master that volume. It's only 3,300 pages or so each volume, right? Maybe 300 pages or so each volume. So each person, that's a little, right? But with the information, we're talking about the information. So each person takes a volume and they read it, maybe once or twice, right? During Ramadan. So now, guess what? You will be the scholar of that volume, right? I don't know about that part. But what you can do is, you talk to, listen, if we have a question about Al-Baqarah, and you read the first half of the juz of Al-Baqarah part. We say, Hiba, what does this ayah mean? That's you know that. Back and front, you done read it twice. Right? So then now, let's say every month going forward after that, now you can talk to each other about that. Listen, boom, 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 boom. This is what I read. Now that copy is for you guys as students together to have, right? So now every month, because it's 10 volumes, every month for the next 10 months, even after Ramadan, you got to keep that spirit going. Every month you switch a volume. Now you take this one. Now you take this one. Now after 10 months, you've all finished it. That makes sense? You finished it in 10 months. Now, not only, what's the benefit of all of you finishing it? You can review together and say, oh yeah, man, what did I say? I forgot. And that person just read it. He's fresh with it because he just read it. Or she just read it and said, nah, it was this, boom, 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 boom. You become strong. And you become strong together. Because we can't be strong one person or the other. We got to be strong together so that we hold each other up. Right? So now, who wants to do that? Who was with that? Who's gonna do it?
Who with that, man?
Here, take a piece of, you guys take a piece of paper, whoever's with it. All right, wait a second. First, write it down, write your name down. We'll collect the money from you, whatever, and maybe even we'll buy a copy for you. Who knows? We never know.
I will buy one set up.
You're gonna buy one set?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Sheikh said he's gonna buy one set for the boys. Girls out of luck.
I'll donate a few dollars towards the set.
I'm ready to go to Philly, so I'm gonna see.
I got a set, so.
Write your names down.
I'll donate some money towards the set.
What'd you say?
I said I got a set.
You got a set?
Yeah,
A full set?
the whole volume.
Oh, so the boys is already good. So what, you gonna buy for the girls, you said?
That's okay.
Okay, Sheikh took care of you guys. Say thank you to Sheikh Ruh Allah.
No, but what he's saying is like we buy a set just for the class by itself, and you have your own for yourself. But what I'm saying is like donate like $15 towards the brothers having their own set or something like that.
I don't think having their own set is not the goal right now, because you wanted to go amongst each other right now.
Right, but that's his personal library. So what I'm saying is, if we just donate money for
one set for the class.
you get what I'm saying? That way he don't lose his set. Say one of us might damage his book. We don't got to worry about him getting upset.
Don't worry. Don't worry. He gonna pay it.
All right, so fine, we're good on the books now. Now we're good on the books. We don't need the books. What we need is people who are going to be dedicated to take this challenge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give my books to nobody dedicated.
So if you dedicated to the challenge, if you don't want to, this is not by force. Listen, if you don't want to, it's perfectly fine. But if you want to, then sign up and say, listen, I'm down with that. But this is a 10-month thing. Starting from Ramadan, or starting actually from Sha'ban. Because we have to start it from Sha'ban. Sha'ban, we should start before Sha'ban even.
Right up your
Yeah.
alley, man.
You got to get into the mode of it. You don't want to start in Ramadan and get shocked by it. You got to start preparing for it before Ramadan comes. It's only 300 or so pages, not a killer. You have a month to finish 300 something pages.
It's 10 pages a day.
10 pages a day. If you can't read 10 pages a day, jump off a bridge. Not really.
It's like reading.
Listen, who's down with you guys? Who's down with it from you guys? We got one. Write your name on the paper or something. Let's get it. Y'all got a pen? This is a contract. Y'all write it down? What do you have? You got the paper?
Contracts right
How many of you guys is it? One? What? They trying to get that work? Here, you can turn this off.